Have you ever spent days chasing feedback on a design, only to get 5 conflicting emails at the last minute? If you have, you know the pain. Wrike was built to end that. And that's why creative and fast-moving teams at Google and Siemens and Ogilvy rely on it to centralize their approvals, speed up collaboration, and give everyone visibility without drowning in endless email threads. So what is Wrike? Well, it is a collaborative work management platform designed for teams that move fast. Like, think real agile teams, like doing Scrum with sprints and so on. It goes beyond just tracking their tasks. Wrike is about breaking down silos and accelerating approvals and giving every stakeholder, from designers to executives, a single view of progress. Marketing agencies might use it for campaigns and creative teams for production workflows. IT can use it for service requests and enterprise companies for cross-departmental visibility. If tools like Trello or Asana feel lightweight, Wrike is the upgrade for teams that need to handle complexity without slowing down. So let's take a look at some of the key features of Wrike. The first one being dynamic request forms. So instead of random Slack pings or email requests, Wrike uses forms that turn every submission into a structured task. That means no more, hey, did you get my email kind of requests, and everything is captured and tracked and assigned automatically. There's also real-time collaboration. Now, Wrike combines task management with live collaboration. You can edit documents directly, you can comment within context and track version history without leaving the platform. It's like combining the best of Slack and Google Docs and a project board all in one workspace. Of course, you can also do proofing and approvals, and this really is Wrike's sweet spot for creative teams. You can comment directly on images and videos and PDFs, and even leave timestamp feedback on media files. Now, once your revisions are done, approvals happen with just one click, and so that there is no more digging through 40 different email chains for sign-off. Wrike has some really advanced workflows also, and they adapt to Scrum, Kanban, or whatever custom process you want to use. And you can create workflows that match exactly how your team operates, whether that's context-driven review cycles, sprint boards, or enterprise-level project phases. And of course, there's dashboards and reporting. This is really powerful for your leadership team or your management team because they can get real-time information showing your workloads, your progress, any blockers, all without having to pull the team into yet another status meeting. If you want to know your campaign is ready for launch, well, the dashboard is going to show at a glance if it is. Generally, it's going to use, green, yellow, or red status, but you're going to know immediately where your team is at. Of course, Wrike also has automations, like the other tools that we've been looking at. And this helps to remove repetitive administrative work with a bunch of rules. So, for example, if your design is marked ready for review, well, Wrike can auto-notify the creative director, for example, and then assign the next task and then log the update in Slack. And what that does is that means that there's less clicking and more creating. Hey, I just want to check in really quick here. Would you trust a system like Wrike? Would you trust it for automating your approvals? Or do you still prefer a more manual method or email chains? Let me know in the comments. I'm just curious where our viewers stand. So, why do teams love Wrike? Well, and really, why do they stick with Wrike instead of lighter tools? Well, there's a couple things. One is speed. Because as we've already talked about, the approvals and feedback happen in real time, and there's no bottlenecks. and also visibility. So everyone from creatives to executives sees the same progress on that dashboard. And of course, there's centralization. So all that proofing and collaboration and various requests and reporting all live within one platform. And of course, it's super scalable. So like small teams can start with really small task boards. And enterprises can run global campaigns across their departments. For example, I actually used it at a large global tech company to manage my international projects. So here's some real world examples. I think Wrike works really well for creative agencies. So for example, an ad agency could cut feedback cycles in half by using Wrike's proofing tool. Instead of juggling conflicting email edits, every stakeholder could comment all in the same place. Of course, marketing teams can also use Wrike. So like, let's say a global brand uses Wrike dashboards to coordinate campaign launches across 20 different countries. Well, leadership then could see instantly if a launch was at risk. Now, this can also work in your IT department. Now, hang on. Now, don't get me wrong, before you start sending me hate mail, I don't recommend using Wrike for IT service management. Wrike is a project management tool, so you don't want to use it for IT service management. But the request forms can really help turn those chaotic help desk tickets into clean, trackable workflows and slashing response times. And if you're going to slash response times, well, then the converse of that is increased customer satisfaction, because you're going to get back to your customers a lot faster. So you might be asking yourself, how do I get started on this? And this is where it sounds a bit like a broken record, because I've said this with the last couple videos, but you want to start small. And you can just pick one workflow, like let's say creative approvals or marketing requests. Or let's say you just want to start with just managing project tasks. It doesn't matter, just start small and then scale from there. And use Wrike's templates. They've got a ton of great templates, like campaign planners, IT request trackers, again, project management plans. And you then set up your dashboards early, right off the bat, so that leaders can see the progress without having to bug the team. Wrike really shines when your teams need speed and visibility and creative collaboration. From proofing ad campaigns to coordinating global launches, it removes bottlenecks and keeps everyone aligned. And so if this video helped, I appreciate if you would do your thing by hitting like and share it and subscribe. But I'd also like to know, what is your team's biggest collaboration pain point? Could it be approvals or visibility or just too many tools? I'm curious because my team is working through some of these processes ourselves, trying to figure out how to simplify our workflows and our processes. So I'd love to have that dialogue with you. And please, again, don't forget to subscribe, because next time we're going to take a look at Trello and how it compares to the systems we've already started to look at with Wrike, Monday, and Asana. So I appreciate you being here and watching this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.